the reality of the Philippines' overcrowded prisons. You cannot move. You cannot stretch. You can barely breathe. In the Philippines' overcrowded prisons, space is not a right, it is a rare and expensive luxury. Men sleep shoulder to shoulder on cold, hard floors or pile into makeshift hammocks made of blankets. They wait for hours just to use a toilet. They trade shifts to find a few inches of floor space to lie down. This is the daily existence for thousands of people caught in a system designed for a fraction of the current population. The crisis is not just about discomfort. It is a major issue that impacts health, safety, and the ability of the justice system to actually rehabilitate anyone. To understand why this happens, we must look at the numbers, the laws, and the human cost behind these iron bars. The scale of the crisis. The numbers inside the correctional system are difficult to ignore. Many facilities operate at several times their official capacity. When a building is built for 500 inmates but houses 3,000, the results are immediate. Plumbing fails. Ventilation stops. The air grows thick with sweat and humidity. The population growth in these facilities has been fast and steady over the last decade. While the national penitentiaries face severe pressure, the situation in city and municipal jails is often worse. These local jails are meant to hold people waiting for trial. Because court cases move slowly, these individuals spend months or even years in these cramped conditions. This creates a massive gap between the number of people the jails can hold and the number of people forced to stay there. In some regions, this gap is so wide that the facility effectively functions as a warehouse for human bodies rather than a place of confinement. Daily life in congested facilities. Life inside these walls is defined by the hunt for space. Inmates often describe a cycle of shift sleeping where only half the room can lie down at once. While one group sleeps, the other stands. This lack of rest hurts both physical and mental health. Sanitation is a secondary casualty of this density. With thousands of men sharing a few toilets and showers, the risk of disease is high. Skin infections, tuberculosis, and other illnesses spread quickly in the humid, crowded air. Access to clean water is a constant challenge. When basic amenities are stretched this thin, the human body suffers. The scarcity of resources also extends to food and healthcare. Prison kitchens struggle to produce enough meals for the growing count of inmates. Portions often shrink to make sure everyone gets a small amount. Meanwhile, prison doctors and nurses are overwhelmed. They cannot provide proper care when they have to treat hundreds of people every day with limited medicine and tools. What drives the prison population boom? The reasons for this overcrowding are complex. One major factor is the aggressive approach to drug enforcement. Over the past several years, thousands of arrests for drug-related offenses have flooded the court system. Many of these inmates are non-violent offenders who end up in jail for minor drug use or possession. The slow pace of the justice system acts as a logjam. Thousands of inmates remain in detention because their cases take years to conclude. Lawyers are busy, judges are few, and the paperwork piles up. As a result, individuals who might be innocent or eligible for bail sit in crowded cells, waiting for a day in court that never comes. Poverty plays a role as well. Many people in jail cannot afford to pay for private lawyers or post bail. They stay behind bars because they lack the money to fight their cases. This links the overcrowding crisis directly to the country's economic struggles. If you are poor, you are far more likely to stay in a jail cell for a long time. Consequences behind the walls. Overcrowding destroys the chance for rehabilitation. Prisons are meant to help inmates prepare for life after release, but this is impossible when the staff is in survival mode. Educational and vocational programs lose funding and space to the sheer need for sleeping areas.
The devastating numbers of Manila's congested prisons. The Philippine justice system holds inmates in facilities that operate far beyond their intended capacity. The sheer volume of people packed into these small spaces creates a dangerous environment. Beyond capacity, Staggering overcrowding statistics, the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, BJMP, reports congestion rates that often exceed 300 to 500% in some facilities. Manila City Jail is a primary example of this disparity. Designed to hold only about 800 to 1,000 inmates, the facility frequently houses thousands more. This massive gap between design and reality means that floor space is a luxury. Inmates often take turns sleeping on cold concrete, or they stand for hours because there is no room to lie down. Global context. Where Manila's jails rank, Manila consistently ranks among the most overcrowded prison systems in the world. This is not an isolated occurrence. It is a structural failure. When compared to international standards, these facilities fail to meet even the most basic requirements for human habitation. Reports from international human rights organizations confirm that the congestion levels here are among the highest globally, highlighting a unique and severe challenge for the Philippines. The human cost. Daily life in a packed cell numbers only tell half the story. The daily life inside these walls is defined by a lack of personal space and basic amenities. Airflow is poor, heat is intense, and sanitation systems are overwhelmed. Inmates often share one toilet with dozens of others, leading to filth and a constant smell. The proximity to others is suffocating, turning the simple act of existing into a challenge. Underlying causes fueling the congestion crisis. Several factors contribute to the population explosion inside Manila's jails. This crisis is a product of slow legal processes and strict law enforcement policies. A slow justice system, the burden of pretrial detention.
The primary driver of prison congestion is the backlog of court cases. Many people sitting in these jails have not been convicted of any crime. They wait for months or even years for their trial to begin. The court system is slow, and the lack of public lawyers makes it difficult for poor inmates to get a fair hearing. This reliance on pretrial detention turns jails into holding areas for the accused rather than facilities for the convicted. Drug war policies and their penal impact law enforcement strategies focused on the war on drugs have significantly increased the number of arrests. When thousands of people are apprehended for minor drug offenses, they are processed through an already full system. This mass incarceration approach forces jails to absorb a high volume of new inmates without any room to put them. The influx of detainees puts a heavy strain on the limited capacity of correctional facilities. Limited infrastructure and rehabilitation resources. The government has struggled to keep up with the rising number of inmates. Investment in new prison facilities has been slow and often insufficient to meet the rapid growth in population. Additionally, existing jails lack the resources for effective rehabilitation programs. Without access to education, skill training, or mental health support, the system fails to prepare individuals for life outside. The cascading health and social repercussions overcrowding creates a ripple effect of negative outcomes. Health and safety are the first things to suffer when too many people occupy one room. Disease hotbeds, the spread of illness and confinement. Infectious diseases thrive in crowded, poorly ventilated areas. Tuberculosis is a major concern as it spreads quickly in these conditions. Skin infections, HIV, and other communicable diseases are also common. The lack of clean water and proper sanitation makes it nearly impossible to stop these outbreaks once they start. Mental health in crisis.
The psychological impact of being crammed into a space with hundreds of strangers is intense. Rates of anxiety, depression, and severe stress are high among inmates. There is no privacy, no quiet time, and no way to escape the constant noise and conflict. This environment strips people of their dignity and creates long-term mental health challenges that persist long after their release. Security risks. A packed jail is a volatile jail. When space is limited and resources are scarce, tension rises quickly. Gangs often control the cells and the limited resources available, such as food or sleeping spots. This reality increases the risk of violence for both the inmates and the correctional staff. Managing security becomes difficult when guards are outnumbered by thousands of desperate people. Attempts at alleviation and future directions. Solutions to this crisis require more than just building bigger jails. Reforms must target the justice system itself. Judicial reforms. Speeding up the judicial process is a vital step toward reducing congestion. courts are exploring plea bargaining and alternative sentencing for minor, nonviolent crimes. By allowing people to pay fines or perform community service instead of sitting in jail for years, the system can reduce the inmate population. Strengthening the parole and probation process also helps clear out jails more efficiently. Manila's overcrowded prisons acts as a window into the broader issues within the Philippine justice system. These numbers represent real people living in conditions that deny basic human dignity.
Addressing this crisis requires a balanced strategy. This means moving faster on court cases, changing law enforcement focus, and investing in real rehabilitation. Only through sustained and comprehensive action can the cycle of overcrowding be broken. The safety and well-being of thousands depend on these improvements, making the need for reform an urgent priority for the nation. With little room to move, stretch, or even breathe, the pressing anguish of confinement becomes palpable. Beyond just a lack of space, we explore the effects on mental health, safety, and rehabilitation efforts. Join us as we uncover the reasons behind this crisis and explore potential solutions. Don't just watch, get involved. Share your thoughts below.